Do you think Rockstar's finally showing some sympathy for its players? I mean, this past month or so has been kinda nuts. We just got the motherload of information regarding GTA 6, and this week they seem to be continuing the trend of handing over some pretty lucrative bonus money for GTA Online. Trust me, I'm not complaining, I'm just a little stunned. I mean, this isn't what we're used to. So yeah, this week Rockstar is giving us double money on the security contracts and what also amounts to double money on the VIP contract finale, which means you're walking away with $2 million for each completion. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we in the biz like to call, well, actually it's not really a business and I'm not sure why we would all be in it, but I digress. What I'm trying to say is that it's a pretty profitable payday for this week. Now, I did a video on this like 2 years ago, so I thought this week would be a really good time to revisit it. What I'm talking about is the very first mission you need to perform when you kick off the contract, simply called the Nightclub, which is part of the nightlife leak section. The premise for this mission is pretty simple and straightforward. You need to head to a nightclub, steal a security tape, and then deliver it back to your agency. And because of its simplicity, I'm assuming 90% or more of you out there perform this mission the old-fashioned way, going in, guns a-blazing, resulting in a lot of dead bodies. But did you know you can actually perform this mission completely stealthy? Well, you can, and that's what I'll be walking through today. Before I begin though, I want to make something explicitly clear because I'm sure I'll be receiving a lot of comments. What you're about to see is not going to be the quickest method. If you want quick, use the guns blazing method. That's not the point I wanted to make here. Listen, this game's over 10 years old and it's hanging on by the proverbial life support. If you're planning on grinding the contract this week, I would highly recommend utilizing different methods to keep things fresh so you don't get burned out. And what you're about to see is one such method. Alright, so let's jump in. First things first, and that's heading to your agency to kick this whole thing off. Reminder, if you don't have an agency, you definitely want to purchase one. It's one of the more lucrative businesses in the game, and for this week only, Rockstar's discounting all agency businesses by 30%. After you've kicked the mission off, I like to use my go-to money grinding vehicle, the Mark II. As soon as you exit the agency, Franklin and Amani will call and set things up. Now, the tendency here will be to quickly hang up and head to the designated waypoint to begin the guns a-blazing method. But this is where you need to show some patience. Just hang back a little and do like I'm doing here until Amani sends you a text. The text is basically going to tell you that there's another method of retrieving the tape. Apparently, the club is expecting the Sunset Bleach cleaners to come in and tidy things up. So if you get your hands on their cleaning van, you can steal their clothes and then enter under the cover of one of the cleaners, which will be the silent approach. As soon as the text comes in, you'll receive a white cleaning van icon in your minimap. Simply head to this location to take the van. Once you arrive, there'll be a couple of cleaning personnel standing around, but just ignore them. Once you break into the van to steal it, they'll just run away. Once you're in the van, you'll get a 2-star wanted level. Just pull out your phone and call Lester to remove it. After this, it's just a leisurely drive to the nightclub. And this is what I was talking about earlier. You can probably already tell that this method is going to take you a little longer. But again, that's not our goal. Our goal is to mix this up and to make things a little more fun and challenging. Okay, so as soon as you arrive at the nightclub, it's very important that you do not trigger the entrance halo just yet. You want to first call in your vehicle of choice. In my case, as I recommended earlier, I'm requesting my Mark II. Just call in anything you want, otherwise you'll be running around looking for an escape vehicle. And why are we doing this? Well, spoiler alert, we'll be performing all the activity inside the nightclub stealthy, but as soon as you exit the building when you're done, using typical Rockstar logic, we'll have enemy NPCs all up our heinies. So this is why you want to be prepared and call in our vehicle of choice. I like to park my Mark II just outside the big doors so you can easily make your escape with little to no fuss. Okay, so as soon as you have your vehicle in position, jump back into the van and head towards the entrance halo. There'll be a brief cutscene of you driving in, and then it'll pick back up again with you inside. Once inside, remove your stealthy walking mode. You're not going to need it, and it's just going to take you a lot longer. From here, you can begin running towards the office area while ignoring everything else. You'll also notice a suspicion bar on the lower right of the screen. When you get close to any enemy, the bar will begin to rise. What you don't want is for the bar to completely fill. If it does, the staff will be alerted and you'll suddenly be in the guns blazing method. Just follow my path here, but if you're finding the bar is getting too high and things are getting tight, not to worry. All you need to do is press the right arrow button if you're on PS5, and this will quickly transition your character into sweeping the floor, fooling the staff and lowering the suspicion level. When the bar has gone down, simply click the right arrow button again to stop sweeping. That simple. So once you've made it to the office area, things are going to get a little more complex. And here's why. When you enter the office area and get closer to the desks, the game will let you know where the security tapes are that you have to steal. This will be indicated by a green floating arrow. But here's the problem. In Rockstar's infinite wisdom, they've somehow managed to make the action of picking up the tapes and the action of sweeping the same. So what sometimes happens is when you enter the office and notice a bar filling up quickly, your instinct will be to begin sweeping. But if you're too close to the desk, you'll end up walking over to steal the tapes and then get detected, causing the guns a-blazing method to kick off. So here's the trick. When you walk into the office, head for this guy here, the one with the clipboard. Make sure you stand by him before pressing the right arrow. This will be far enough away from the tapes that you will begin sweeping instead of stealing. Once a bar drops down to 0, press the right arrow again, run towards the tapes, press the right arrow again to begin stealing, then immediately press it again to begin sweeping. It sounds like a lot, but it's pretty easy. This will allow you to keep the suspicion level low, steal the tapes, and maintain the stealthiness. After this, it's all downhill. Simply backtrack your way out of the nightclub and head outside. Like I mentioned earlier, as soon as you exit, you'll be detected and will have enemy NPCs chasing you down. But if you've parked your getaway vehicle close, this shouldn't be an issue. And in case you're wondering, no, you cannot simply get in the cleaning van that you arrived in to exit. You need to leave on foot, which, again, Rockstar logic. We enter in stealthy mode, we leave in stealthy mode, but when you get outside, everyone knows you're there. Yeah, kinda stupid. Alright, so that's my friends. Thank you for watching. As always, if you like this video and want to help out, please subscribe, give a thumbs up, and let me know what you think. It's been quite the week, hasn't it? A lot of information dropping, and we're continuing to get really decent bonus money. How's everyone else feeling out there? Are you excited for the upcoming week? If so, drop a comment below and let everyone know. Until next time, be happy, be well, be safe, be my TV. The one Maestro.